Flooty Hobbs and the Jiggling Jolly Gollywobber. A story about the kid who wasn't afraid. By J.W. Dixon and Jim Sullivan.
It's a sicker.
Who is that?
Benji.
Oh my goodness.
Benji.
This book was made especially for Benjamin Grant Willis. With love.
Take it off.
With love.
I can't take it off.
Yeah, I know. It's meant to go in there. Your Aunt Randi Reed. Benjamin Grant Willis, the kid who wasn't afraid. Flooty Hobbs and the Jiggly Jolly Gollywobber. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Flooty Hobbs. Maybe you know me. Maybe you don't. I used to be great. I thought everyone was scared of me. Until I met Benji. Age 2. Now I'll never be the same. It was a night like any other. The mailbox says, Benji Willis. As always, I waded through the usual bedtime routine. First the night clothes, then teeth were brushed. Faces were washed. Look at that, the towel says, Benji. At last, the bedtime story was told. And what do you always say at the end of a story? The end. The lights went out and it was finally time to appear. But I didn't know that Benji had a plan. Here's what happened. My scary friends and I approached the bed as usual. I got to go first. I made my scariest face. But all I heard from underneath the covers was, tee-hee-hee-hee-hee, you don't scare me. That's when Spooky Luke spoke up. You call that scary, Flooty? Let me try, he insisted. He got the same response. I know, isn't that a scary face? What's that, the nose? It's a big nose. Look at this. Look at Benji. Tee-hee, tee-hee, you don't scare me. Scary Larry was next. Nice try, Luke. Now step aside. Here's a new face I've been working on. This will be real scary. But he got the same response too. Tee-hee, tee-hee, you don't scare me. One by one, they all took turns making their scariest faces, and one by one, it had always been so simple. But, one by one, we all got the same response. Tee-hee, tee-hee. It had always been so simple, but tonight, Benji was not so easy to scare. So, look at this, Benji. We decided to all make faces together. On the count of 3. You ready to count with me? 1. What comes next?
2.
And 3. Whoa, look at all those scary faces. Do you think Benji's going to get scared? This time, from underneath the covers, there was no reply. Complete silence. We blinked in the darkness. Can you blink? Blink, 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 blink. Straining to hear, I leaned closer. Then all leaned closer and closer still. What's gonna happen? Gollywobber! When suddenly the covers flew off and out jumped a jiggly jolly Gollywobber. Wobba wobba. Look at that. Look at the teeth, Benji. It's missing some teeth. Everybody shrieked, "Ee!" shrank, and scattered except for me. I was too scared to move, so I just stood and trembled. Who could blame me? Everybody knows that a Gollywobber, especially a jolly one that jiggles, is the one thing
Go down, down, down.
is the one thing that can strike
Go down.
terror into the heart of any bedtime monster. And that includes me, Flooty Hobbs. Oh, look at this, Benji.
Whoa.
Look. You don't have to be afraid, said the Gollywobber. I'm really Benji Willis. If you look closer, you'll see I'm just pretending to be a Gollywobber. Benji, look at that. Just pretending. And I can see that you and your friends are nothing more than shadows in the dark. That's nothing to be afraid of. Look at this, Benji.
It's called the cap.
Yeah, with that,
It's called the
I knew
wheels.
I would never be
It's
looked at
called
the same.
Yadder.
So I had to leave, never to
It's
return.
called the bucket.
Oh, look at this. Can we show the bucket? Could the
Yes.
bucket turn the page?
Yeah.
Never to return. Do you think the monster's going to return? Well, let's see what this says. The last thing I heard from Benji say, snuggling back under the covers, was, "Tee-hee, tee-hee, you'll never scare me."
No.
Benji, can you say, "You don't scare me"?
No.
Can you say that?
No.
No. And you know, the kid was right. Crown me. Oh, that was a good story. That was called Flooty Hobbs and the Jiggling Jolly Gollywobber. And this book was from Aunt Randi. Can you say thank you, Aunt Randi?
It's
The end.